Agatha,
Who's been messing up everything?
the covenless witch.
It's been Agatha all along.
No. What really happened to you?
Brittany Murphy, Geeks of Color. Hi, how are you, Jack?
I'm great, Brittany. How are you?
I'm good as well. So my first question for you is obviously for WandaVision, you are a writer and a producer, and now for Agatha All Along, you're adding director onto your credits. So what was that like tackling all three, writing, directing, producing this time around?
I mean, it was everything. It was so fantastic. Directing is what I always wanted to do. It's what I went to film school for. It's my favorite part of the job. And so to direct this, to sort of like leap to the, I'd done indie films, but like this is Marvel. So to then be like, hey, I'm directing a Marvel TV show. And I have this cast. I said to my husband, I was like, how do I direct Patti LuPone? And he was like, you don't have to. That's the nice part about Patti LuPone. So it was everything that I could have wished for. Of course, it's so challenging and overwhelming, but it's really the good stuff. And this show had everything. It was wonderful.
And speaking of the cast, you have such an amazing cast at your disposal. So what was it like directing or maybe not directing them? And even if you have any favorite moments of the time you shared on set.
Yeah, I mean, favorite moments is really hard because it's just like all the memories come back to me. I mean, I have one favorite memory of Catherine doing the pilot. She and I just went so deep into this lady detective persona and the sort of like the physicality of it and Catherine's accent and the voice and the hair and the lack of makeup. And like Catherine was always talking about how like as that Agnes of Westview that she was like chronically dehydrated. That was like one of her like markers for the character. And there was they didn't make it into the cut, but there's a scene where she comes home and we were like, well, she would just be so dysfunctional that she wouldn't like have a proper dinner, she would, so there we got like a thing of Planters peanuts. And Catherine like did like this kind of thing and then did this kind of thing and then like wiped it on her pants and like I think I did like 4 takes of it just because I could watch her like wipe her peanut grease on her clothes all day long. It was the minutia that was so great.
Amazing. And one of the things that I noticed when I was watching the show, I kind of felt as though I was watching people in an escape room. So I was just wondering, one, was that a little bit intentional? And two, I'd asked a couple of the cast some of these questions as well. And a lot of them thought that they wouldn't make it out alive of like an Agatha escape room. So do you think you would be able to make it out of an Agatha themed escape room?
No, I would be like full like fetal position in the corner. I don't think I would triumph. But you are correct. So in the writer's room, that was the concept is a witchy escape room. Also at the time when we were in the writer's room, Squid Game was happening in the public consciousness, and I am such a fan of that show and was so inspired by it. And so we sort of like applied some of that sort of system and some of that construction to what we were doing because we like couldn't avoid it, and because I was just like, that's awesome. But yeah, there was actually one writer in particular who like he loves escape rooms, so he sort of like did a presentation on escape rooms and what makes a good escape room. So yeah, that is definitely the foundation of some of those sequences.
And my final question is just, what was it like being able to re-team up with Mary on this project?
Oh my gosh, what a great question. I mean, amazing. She's a fantastic colleague and collaborator. She cares so deeply. Nobody understands the mythology that, we created on WandaVision better than Mary. She herself is a big horror fan. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is like her favorite thing of all time. So like her kind of like delight in all things dark and witchy and twisted is, was like part of the fuel. She was just like cackling in the corner at all times.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jac, for your time, and congrats on the series.
Thank you, Brittany. Nice to see you.